Gentlemen out there today. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Hold on. Just double check to make sure that we are live and then we'll get going. We are in fact live. I believe we are. YouTube isn't telling me we are. In fact live. There we are. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Goodness, there's a lot of market sentiment going on today. There's a lot of bullishness in the market. What is going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. How is everybody doing? Is everybody up? Is everybody making money? Wow, I can see some comments going in already. Right, get the comments in. Get the comments in. So I guess I'm going to start today's episode with some thoughts. All right, there's a lot of bullish narratives in the market, and the market rarely gives us that these days. All right, but are we losing sight of the actual narrative? Sometimes when you're trading in this crypto market, you can lose sight very quickly of what the narrative is. We could be in an overall trend, and then something happens in the market, and everybody gets excited. Everybody falls into that false sense of security, and we forget about what's actually going on around us. Now, I believe that we're in one of those stages of the market where it's happening again. And we're going to discuss that today. So it's great to see everybody. Get the comments coming in so I can do the shout out in just a moment. As usual, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. You know the dealio. We're going to talk about this market now. We're not going to waste any time. All right. So let's go here. Let's do this. So, the market is going crazy today, guys. The market is going crazy. We've got it's mainly altcoins that are doing the madness. Obviously, we've got Ethereum as well, which has done the biggest gains in the last sort of week. But let's have a quick look at this market and let's try and understand what's going on here, just to paint a picture. That's what I want to do for this episode. I want to paint a picture, and we'll break it down as we go on towards the end of the episode. So stay tuned. So we've got Ethereum leading the way, BNB as well at 18%. We've got Doge, which is up 133%. Mad. Okay, mad. And obviously, as you guys know, if Doge is up 133%, naturally the Shiba and the rest of the meme coins are going to follow suit, right? Because Doge leads that sector, the meme industry. All right. We've got Cardano at 15%. We've got Solana at 16%. We've got Polkadot at 12%. Shiba at 28%. Naturally, like I said, if Doge is going, Shiba will follow. All right. We've got a staked ETH at 18%. AVAX at 22%. Uniswap at 18%. So what's going on? What's actually happening? Are we bullish? Are we going back into a bull market? Or are we getting some well-needed relief? Now, a couple of days ago, I came live for you guys. All right. And we had a chart up. This was just not the previous episode with Trader X or Trader SC. That was a fantastic episode, by the way. Do check it out. But I'm talking about our Bitcoin chart. We broke Bitcoin down, and I'm sorry for the coughing. I've got a stupid cough. We broke Bitcoin down, and we were looking for the potential plans. I think Bitcoin was around here at the time. We hadn't fully broken out yet. All right. So we start the breakout now. What are we looking at here for Bitcoin? The original plan that we had, if we zoom out completely, we said that this bottom range here was the range that we needed to start mentally preparing for. All right. We needed to be sure that when we are looking for when we are looking for the next leg down, where are we going to be looking to buy Bitcoin? When is going to be that generational opportunity? We want something like this, We want something like this, or we want something like this. We want something like that. We don't just want to randomly buy Bitcoin. We want to buy Bitcoin, and we want to see Bitcoin going up. We want to see our numbers multiplying. And then when the time is right, we want to take that money that Bitcoin's given us, and we want to push it into altcoins, so that altcoins can then do their 100x's, and by the end of the cycle, you're a millionaire. That's the trick. All right. There's no magic behind it. It's just about keeping in tune with the market. So what I said was, okay, we're looking at this downtrend right now, and we're seeing a consistent set of lower highs. Okay. Mainly, I want you guys to look at this. I want you guys to look at this here. And I want you guys to look at this here. Okay, we were seeing a sort of set of lower highs, and consistently we see those lower highs. Now, Bitcoin has been dumping for the better part of a year now. All right, we're in November. It was last November that marked the top for Bitcoin. All right, now if you think about it in terms of market cycles, what are we looking at in terms of market cycles? Well, in terms of market cycles, we've got Bitcoin that, goes up for a year, it goes down for a year, accumulates for a year, then goes back up for a year. That's typically what we're used to. All right. Now, given November marked the top for Bitcoin, where would the bottom be? Well, naturally, people are thinking if the market topped out in November, then naturally by next November, we should see some kind of low. And lo and behold, the market is starting to push. All right. It's kind of crazy how this happened. So last week we were looking at this Bitcoin chart and we said, all right, where would we look to for potential lower highs? That's what we need to look for here. That's the magic behind everything that's going on. Every time we have a lower high, it's not just going to be a lower high on Bitcoin, it's going to be a lower high on altcoins too. All right. Altcoins will need to give you that relief. It needs to generate the exit liquidity required in order to start going lower. It's not just going to go to zero. The same way when a market goes up like this on the left here, we do get these very little pullbacks, all right? Just here we get a bigger pullback. Here we get the biggest pullback right here. This was the big pullback, the big chunk where distribution had already started, but we were still in a bull trend because we made a higher high, all right? So if that's the case, then the market is trending downwards. Here's a big pullback that we got here. Here's another pullback that we got here, which I didn't think was enough. Where are the two areas that we can look for Bitcoin to potentially top out at so that we can protect ourselves against the alt market collapsing against us? For example, some people are up on Doge. Some people are up on other altcoins. It's good to be up and it's good to be making this money. I agree. It's good to be making this money, but we need our exit strategies in place. All right. And there are two areas that I've defined where I think Bitcoin could potentially top out at. And obviously, as you've seen in the headline, it says Bitcoin double top in place. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's have a look. So the two areas that I've got marked out here on the weekly time frame, area number one is this purple box here. Area number two is going to be this area right here, like this. Okay, so those are the two areas that I'm looking for right now where I can think to myself, all right, look, the trend, if the trend is going to end, it's going to end here. And if it breaks above and holds, the idea is completely invalid and we have entered a new paradigm. Okay, now I'm going to go with what the market has been doing over the last couple of years. I'm going to stick to that. The market's not lied to us. The market's been good to us. It's shown us every single time what it does. It goes up for a year, down for a year, accumulates for a year, up, down, accumulate. We are in the latter stages of the bear market, which means that, we're not going to just go from bear market to bull market. We're going to need to find a bottom, which means that accumulation is around the corner if it hasn't already started. All right. Now, when in terms of looking at accumulation, in terms of looking at this market, if we go down into the lower time frames, let's go to the daily for the beginning. What was the original plan that we set last week? The plan that we set last week was, okay, cool. We've got some smaller areas of resistance here that we need to tackle. We've got the 21.5K area here, which we completely wicked off. No, we didn't. We didn't tap 21.5. We tapped 21K. We didn't tap 21.5 yet. So 21.5 is just sitting up here. Just above it, we've got 22.4. Those are key areas. Where did I get those levels from? I got those levels from the previous range that we were working in. Do you remember from here? From June all the way till August, we had this range to work with. These levels come from that range and they respect very, very cleanly. All right. So what I said was, if Bitcoin could get above this 20K level here, right, find some support and hold, then we'd be looking for potentially 21.5, 22.4, up to the big resistance, sort of between 23.2 to 24.2. Okay, those are the key target areas where I think sellers will win. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, so wait, hold on. Before I say that, just to go back to what I was saying. So the plan that we've got here is unfolding, by the way. Okay. This is what I said I wanted to happen. If you go back to the previous episode, you'll see I said I wanted this big spike here. And now this is just a retest, isn't it? This is just a retest. We got the retest right here, in fact. And this is bullish price action to me. if we can hold here, then all of this becomes a deviation and price should just start going from here. Now, what could be the caveats to that? What could be the major caveats to that? The major caveats that we're looking at when looking at price action like this is the areas of resistance are naturally going to be a lot tougher than the areas of support. Why? Because of the market that we're in. We are in a bear market. All right. And because we are still in a bear market, these pullbacks, they need to be treated with complete discretion. This market right now, what it's doing, it's enticing you. It's trying its best to get you back on board so that when it rugs even lower, you lose even more money than you lost in the last year. Okay. Very clever emotion swings that I see from this market. All right. I think I said it in the previous episode as well. I said in the month of October, I think I took 2 or 3 trades. 3 trades I think I took in the whole month of October. And that is because I'm careful. Look, the bigger moves are coming now. I made some good bank on Doge yesterday. I took profits. I know it can go higher. We can even chart it if you guys want. But I took profits because I'm not used to seeing that kind of money in this market unless you're selling. All right. So we've got to make sure we keep in touch. What other caveats do we have? We have, of course, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 2nd of November, we have FOMC. Okay. Now, I will be going live for FOMC. I apologize. It's gone really dark here all of a sudden. I think it's about to rain. So we do have FOMC tomorrow. Okay. We will be going live for FOMC. The market is probably going to go crazy. It really will. Be super careful trading FOMC. Why am I saying that? Because we've been ripping non-stop since the last week. Okay. If you look at coins like PYR, if you look at coins like Sushi, which were called out on this channel, all right, SC called out PYR on this channel. Crypto ISO came on this channel, spoke on this channel, spoke about Sushi, and it was that specific hour. As soon as he spoke about Sushi, boom, Sushi left this place. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing now. If we've got to think about it, if we're thinking about bear market rallies, how long do bear market rallies last? It lasts about 4 weeks. Okay? Now, if we're looking here, I would say this rally sort of started from here, if I'm honest with you, which comes in around the 14th of October. Okay? Now, if this is coming in around the 14th of October, then we're already about 2 weeks in. Okay? So maybe we've got another 2 weeks, maybe we don't. The market will give us what it wants to give us, but we can plan around it. All right. Now, given that we've got FOMC tomorrow, it's difficult to show you guys a plan like this and have it hold. Because one thing that we will be expecting, I'll give you an example. A lot of people right now, if they go long, especially on this time frame, this is how they're going to go long. They're going to go long from here because this is bullish price action. They're going to put their stop losses here. Okay. Target 1, which is 2R, target 2, which is 3.6R, target 3, which comes in at around 5.5R, target 4, which comes in at around 7R. Difficult trades to hold. Okay, but what FOMC is going to probably do is it's probably going to do something like this. It's probably going to come down, take out these stops here. Everybody's going to get short. As soon as everybody gets short, it will take out like that. It will do this, and then when nobody's expecting it, that's when it's going to start doing this. And by the time it's done that, what you'll see all over Twitter, Telegram, etc., is you got liquidated. No, you got liquidations for you. Nah, what? You want to get liquidated? Come. Liquidating for you. You know what I'm saying? That is literally what's going to happen. We see it so often with CPI. We see it with Bitcoin. We see it with FOMC during those times. The reason for it is because Bitcoin isn't the same as it was before, you know? Bitcoin isn't that crypto market anymore. Bitcoin is more like the stock market. What has happened? Where's all the light gone? It's gone super dark here. Let me turn the light on one sec, yeah? Let me turn the light on. I am going to do the shout out in just a second, guys. I do miss you guys. I do want to see the names in the chat. There we go. We got some light now. Let's change this color of this light. I don't like the color of this light. So let's go here. Let's go white. There we go. And then what we'll do is, this app is fantastic, by the way. I don't know if you guys use Hue. There we go. All right. Can you guys see me clearer now? Is that better? It's crazy though, like to be switching the lights on at 1 p.m. in the UK. 1 p.m. we're switching the lights on. So anyway, look, listen, let's do a quick shout out and let's go back to Bitcoin, all right? So a big shout out to my main boy, Hafuel, mod in the chat. We've got Phil the Flying Frenchman, who actually, do you know what? I'm going to make Phil the Flying Frenchman a mod as well. He is an OG in the chat. There is no stream if there's no Phil the Flying Frenchman. So Phil, you have now been upgraded to mod. If I can find you. Hold on. We've got Phil here. Add moderator. There we go. Phil and Hafuel, you two are the moderators for today. Please show respect to our moderators in the chat. They work very hard. They're here all the time. They don't get paid. They're doing it out of their kindness and their goodness. They're here to learn. They're focused on the market. They want to be millionaires in the future. Show them love and respect. They're setting examples for all of us, all right? We've got Stinky Fof in the chat. Says, hey all, nice to see you, Stink. Good to see you. Who else have we got in the chat? We've got Fatih in the chat. We've got John G in the chat. We've got August. Thank you for joining, August. We've got Luke in the chat. We've got KAR Crypto in the chat. This guy's going to be good in the future. Watch out for KAR. He's going to be the next set of... he's going to be part of the next class in the next cycle. Watch out for him, Crypto Mac, Crypto AM. These guys are going to be the class of 2024, 2025. NJ, class of 2017, 2021. Obviously now I'm on YouTube doing more commercial shit. But these guys, they're going to be the big guys in the next cycle. They're working hard, you know. Aromatic, good to see you, Aromatic. Thank you for joining. AD, thank you for joining, my bro. Frederico, always tuning in from work. Always. It's either work or the car or the gym. I see you, Frederico. Thank you for joining, my bro. Rolly Diaz, good to see you. I haven't seen your name for a while, but great to see you. Thank you for joining the show. Lily, my sister, it wouldn't be a stream without you either, you know. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining the show. Who else have we got here? Who else have we got? Nicholas Giroux. Oh, Nicholas, you got beaten today. My girlfriend beat you to it. She beat you to it for the first comment, but great to see you anyway in the show. Thank you for tuning in. Crypto Mac, good to see you, my bro. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for joining. I literally left Crypto Mac at the gym. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to do a bit more biceps and then I'll join into the stream later. And now Crypto Mac is here. Funny how that works. We've got Florin in the chat. Thank you, Florin, for tuning in. Appreciate you. And we'll do one or two more and we will crack on. We've got Ken. How'd you say this? Ken Beal. Nice to see you, Ken. New name in the chat. Kwan in the chat. Yusuf Kajo, thank you for joining. Kalayan, good to see you, Kalayan. It's been a while. Maybe you will be the next mod. Maybe KAR will be. Who knows? We've got Yashwant from India. Big up the Indian community. Thank you for joining from India, my brother. Good to see you. Ken is from Australia. Amazing. Everything is energy is saying the monthly candles are looking green. Yes, they are. We are going to get back to Bitcoin in just a second, so we can clean up this narrative. We've got a few things to talk about today as well that is going to help us tune our narrative. We have got Chuan, let me see this name properly. Chuan Vora. That's a nice name. We've got Chuan Vora in the chat, and we've got Cloudy Yu in the chat. Great stuff. Great stuff. Make sure you're smashing up the likes, legends. Make sure you're smashing up the subscribe button too. I need your help to get to 5K subscribers. We're so close. We are 170 away or something like that. So make sure you guys are smashing up that subscribe button. Help us get there, you know, and let's get this stream over 100 likes as well. Whether you're watching this live or recorded, help us achieve that medal. All right. Right. Let's get back to Bitcoin. Let's crack on with Bitcoin. Okay. So, like I was saying, I've got a very, very clear plan for me. I don't mind if Bitcoin nukes a little bit here. If it wants to tag this 20K level, I really wouldn't mind. The narrative has been set for me. This thing looks like it wants to go higher. All I need are triggers to get on board and exits. Guys, the main thing that you guys need to focus... Oh, do you know what? I need to maximize my screen for this. All right. Urgent message. Urgent message for the NJ community. All right? Guys and girls in the chat, make sure that as long as trade and have fun and get the energy going, etc., but make sure you have exit strategies. If you wake up and Bitcoin is at your exit state, is at your exit TP area, and you waking up, you're feeling good, you're feeling strong, you're like, yeah, you know what, life is good, take profit. Life is probably going to go sideways a minute or two after that. So to take profit, all right? Taking profit, that's the biggest thing you can take from the NJ stream. If you want to even jump off now and do your day, I've given you the main message that you need today, which is make sure you're taking profit. Now, looking back over at this chart here, I asked you guys a question. I said, what are the caveats for this pump? Okay? What are the caveats? The caveats are, of course, FOMC. We've got FOMC tomorrow. Now, if this thing wants to stop out all the longs here, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stop out all the longs here or all the longs here. These are potential stop losses as well. They're potential invalidation areas too. All right. Now, we can't in good faith take a Bitcoin long with our stop loss here at 18.6k. We can't do that. We can't take a long with Bitcoin at $20,500 with a stop loss at 19.2k. We can't do that. It doesn't make sense. However, what we can do is we can buy as close to our invalidation as possible. This is not financial advice, all right? Make sure not financial advice. We can buy as close as possible to our invalidation. So what are the plans that I'd be looking for in order to get that? Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I know that this level here, this 20,000 level, is a key level. It's a level that's been important to all of us throughout the course of trading this bear market. All right. So what I'd be looking for here is we've spent so much time underneath it now that if we get back below it one more time, everybody's going to say, yo, this market is dead. We're doing this. We're going lower. It's over. There is another way we can get on board. We need a potential new invalidation. Now, this is what I want you to pay attention to. Okay. So naturally, this area here is going to be the stop loss. That's where you're going to put your stop, right? Now, what can happen is when FOMC hits, it could do this. NJ, I got stopped out, you dickhead. You made me lose money, la, la, la. Well, it's not financial advice. You swivel on this. Look, so what I'd want to see here is if we are going to go down from here, all I want is to create another deviation. As soon as we get back above, I'll be ready. I'll be super ready. Another thing that I want to show you guys is this. If we create a deviation here, get back above, anything sort of in this area here could be a potential stop loss. At the same time, one thing that we do need to take into consideration is I did mention that if we get back above this 20k level and we retest it and we hold it, then any bullish confirmation would be, bullish confirmation. To me, that looks like bullish confirmation. I'm personally in a long. I took profits on Doge. I'm completely out of Doge, right? I know that Doge can go another 20%, but I'm completely out. And I didn't try and chase any clout for it because I didn't actually tweet it, and I didn't have it on the show either. It was SC that tweeted about Doge. So I can't really say much about Doge. But here, it looks like if it's going to go from here. If not, we're going to be looking for a deeper pullback to take out this area here. This is where a lot of stops will be resting right here, like I said. And anything that we get below it, any sort of thing that we get below it, I'm expecting a reaction. I'm expecting price to do something like this, and then we can start pushing up. Okay? Now, Hafuel here is saying that we've rallied after each FOMC statement, haven't we? Anyone remember? Okay, that's a very good, fair point, Hafuel. But also at the same time, if you're going to buy Bitcoin here and your stop loss is not confirmed here, then what's going to happen is when FOMC hits, what could very well happen is we could start pumping like this. Maybe we could tap this target immediately to push down and then start doing like this before we push up. FOMC CPI during the bear market, it's messy. Okay, during the bull market, not so much, but during the bear market, it is messy. Okay, you've got to remember, guys. All right, one teaching point for you guys today as well is you've got to look at one of the main keywords, and one of the main keywords that we're looking at for today is liquidity. Okay, liquidity. You guys see liquidity all the time. You guys see it all over on Uniswap. Some of you know fully what liquidity is and how it works in terms of the market books. You've got the market books, you've got the buy books, and you've got the sell books. Go on Binance. Log on to Binance and have a look at the market depth and see how the buys and sells are all tapping each other. You've got a whole book for the buys, a whole book of the sells. Now, when you have liquidity, it allows price to be stable. When you have loads and loads of liquidity, it allows you to fill an entire position at a very, very, very minuscule spread. Okay? Now, that works in terms of crypto. Yes, in the global markets, we have that too. We just have it in trillions of dollars instead of like 200k liquidity for like some meme coin, you know? Now, if you think about it logically, the Fed have been removing liquidity from the market. What does that mean though? That means that we're going to have crazier spreads. That means that we're going to have more volatility. That means that really and truly, we're going to have more volatility in the market, but to the downside, because this is very bearish news. All right. During the bull market, liquidity is entering the market. We've got people going into the market with their fresh money. We've got people that have stimulus that are throwing it into the S&P, which is causing gold and Bitcoin to rally as well. There's so much money coming into the market during bull markets that you don't get the same effects with bearish news like CPI, FOMC, and stuff like that during those periods of time. You see what I'm saying? So in the bull market, yeah, we'll still come live for FOMC. We will, but we're not expecting as much of a volatile catastrophe as we'd be expecting tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow, in a way, is exciting. You know, could you have a cheeky look at Link, please? All right, let's do Link and then let's move on. All right, we'll do Link and we move on. But look, just a quick one before we do Link. Remember the plan. The plan is this. This is the invalidation for now. For now, okay? If market comes out, takes us out, we look to get back above. Anything here is a deviation, and let's go to 21.5k. All right, 21.5, cleanest area. After 21.5, if you're ballsy, hold out for 22.5. If you think you've got the balls to hold out for this, then by all means go for it. I think there's 2 or 3 trades that can be taken to get to that area though. And once we break above this area, we should not get back below. If we do something like this, we should not be getting back below at all. We should be ready for this. Any sort of get back below in this area here, immediately I'm going to flip bias. I'm not going to like that, because then, as you can see in the title of the episode, Bitcoin double top, that would signal the double top for me. For me, we've got these highs here. We come up, we take out all these highs in one pop, only to close back into the box, only to start breaking down like this. I think we're going a hell of a lot lower then. All right. Are you guys clear? Are we clear in the chat? Let me know in the chat if we're clear. Any questions? Any questiones? ¿Por qué? Someone ask me a question. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to Link. All right. All right. Let's have a quick look at Link, and then we're going to look at FOMC for tomorrow. We have to prepare for FOMC tomorrow so that tomorrow when the stream hits and we are live for FOMC, we can have some fun. All right. I like FOMC streams with you guys. Rightio. So Link USDT. Okay, so with Link, what did we say for Link? Okay, a couple of weeks back, what we did for Link was we looked at the monthly time frame, and we said that if there was going to be a swing low for Link, it was going to be this level here. The $6 level is the cleanest swing low that we could look for on a coin like Link. All right. And then if we're going to look for a natural sort of swing high for Link, we've got this high here, which falls in at around $18. That's a 3x in between. So quite a lot. Okay. Now, what we did was with Link, we broke it down into 2 ranges. We've got the bottom range here, where the swing low, between the swing low and the mid range. And then from mid range to the range high, that's another range in itself. Okay. So for the time being, as we get into the lower time frames, focus only on the mid range. Okay. Hope you're listening. Now, if we go into the weekly, well, now that we've got our ranges defined, we can see here how these ranges operate. Okay, we've got a very clear range up here, the up move that led the market lower. Naturally, we're going to find resistance all in this area here because it's a range itself. Same time, we've got a range here that we haven't broken out of yet. Okay, first target, natural target, is going to be $9. Now, if you're not on board, how do you get on board? This is how you do it. So we go into the daily just to confirm the ranges one more time. Okay. The daily is looking like this. You've got a very clear mean right here. For those of you who don't understand what the mean is, you guys should go and watch the episode I did with Trader SC and Trader XO. SC talks about the mean in that episode, and the mean is something that you guys should learn. It will help you understand mid ranges more too. All right. Now, what I'm looking for is something like this. So anything in this pink line here is an aggressive buy. It is an aggressive buy. But what I'd be looking for is something like this, sort of anything here like this. And then I'd be looking to buy that for a play up into $9. Maybe take out these highs here at around $10, but I'd be playing it for $9. All right, that's what I'd be looking for. So just again, if it was to start breaking down from here, if this range wasn't to hold, the beautiful thing about coins like Link is all you've really got to do is keep your eyes on Bitcoin and the S&P. If you can keep your eyes on Bitcoin and the S&P and maybe ETH BTC as well, then really and truly the ranges on these altcoins become very, very easy to identify. And your patterns will work on these altcoins as long as you've got the the context set for Bitcoin. All right. So when it comes to Link, like I said, anything on this pink line for me personally is a potential buy. All right. I'd be looking for something like this, and then we can ride it to $9. If we was to clear $9, right? And the way that Bitcoin is looking right now, the price action that we saw on Bitcoin, maybe if I do this to show you guys, hold on. So 2, I want to see 2. That's it. So I'll do this here and I'll change this to Bitcoin. I think that's the wrong one. Hold on. Okay, I can work with this. So if I see something like this for Link, hold on. Oh, it doesn't let me copy it. Let me try control C that. Control V that. Okay, it worked. It just came out mad. What the bomber clot is this? Look how mad this came out. All from a little copy and paste. Put this up here like this. Then do this like this. Oh my god, it's still coming out mad. Yo, I don't want to waste anyone's time. Fuck that. Let's go back to the normal chart. Jeez Louise, that was horrible. Excuse me. If I see some bullish price action, so for instance, from here, we've broken above this level now. We're holding. Anything on the pink line for me is a potential buy, as I've explained. But also, if we are to start going up from here, let's say, for instance, we go into the 4 hour, let's say we do something like this, yeah? This is all I was trying to explain to you guys, and TradingView made it so complicated for me, okay? If we do something like this, then your stop loss would still be here, yeah? Your stop loss won't be there. It will still be down here. Then we can start pushing for 9 from here. Okay, that's what I kind of mean by context. All right, a lot of people think we're going to come down and fill this area. I don't know. Maybe we will during FOMC, maybe we won't. But right now, the conditions that we've got, I don't see us dumping like that from here. So that's what it looks like for me on Link. Obviously, the target, as I've explained to you guys, is $9. If you do manage to get the pink line, this is what I'd look for in terms of R to R. It's a 12-hour trade, but be very careful, all right? The hard stop should be around here, okay? That looks way more sensible, okay? So for those of you who are going 100x leverage, I don't know why you would be, but your stop loss will probably be here anyway, okay? Because you're going 100x. If you're going here, which is way more sensible, right where support is. Then you've got a 3-hour trade, round about a 3-hour trade-ish. Okay, see Wagwan. Otherwise, if you're going to play this block here and you want to take a shorter term trade for Link, what you can do is you can target these highs here. All right, so you've got this one here and you've got this one here. TP1 and TP2. I don't really like taking these trades. I'm probably not going to take this trade, all right? But I'm letting you know that it's a very, very doable trade. Like this, like this. TP1 here, 1.1R. TP2 will be 1.5R. Easy trade, in and out, you're done for the day. Okay, 1R for me is decent. If I made 1R like that, that would be nice. I just don't like these kind of trades. Then my whole day is carrying on and I'm just watching the trade like I've got nothing to do. You know, I don't like that. I used to do it ages ago, but I don't. Rightio. So that is Link. Is everybody clear? Is everybody clear? What's this? What's this? What is the reasoning behind consolidating a little bit on that trend line? I understand the concept though, but it can consolidate and it goes lower actually. Well, you've got to have your levels in check, kid. You've got to have your levels in check. So for me, I told you here, when it comes to Link, what trend line though? Are you talking about Bitcoin? Are you watching? Are you at the same time as we are? I don't know. You've got to give me some more context, kid. All right. Kalayan says, you give us the idea. The execution is on us. Appreciate you, my bro. Appreciate you. Now, going back to Bitcoin very, very quickly. Okay. Going back to Bitcoin very quickly. I did say, what are the caveats? Now, a lot of people, you got to remember, you guys in the chat right now, you guys are tuning in every day. Every time I go live, you guys tune in, you guys engage, you guys get involved. Everybody's asking for Doge. Guys, look, listen. You want to talk about Doge? You want to talk about this? How much has it rallied off the bottom? 170%, and you want me to chart this for you? Guys, look, man. Come on, man. Look at sushi. Look at sushi. Don't look at Doge, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't look at sushi. Look at sushi. Sushi hasn't broken out yet. Look, very, very simple. Why don't you look at something like this? You've got a clean mid-range as well in there. Why don't you look at something like this? Why would you look at Doge? And on top of that, for sushi as well, if sushi was to rally 160%, hold on from here. Let's do half of Doge, half. 80%. We do half of Doge. All right. I really love you guys. I really respect you guys. I love that you guys come and support the NJ show. But remember, like, we're here to make money. We want to take money from the market, not give money to the market. And if you're longing Doge, or if you're even looking for pullbacks on Doge, unless you're Trader SC or Trader XO or somebody that can prove to me you've got years in this game, take it easy, pull back, relax. Look for some bullish price action on coins that haven't run yet, like Polkadot. Even look, Polkadot is the same. Polkadot is up 20%. It is, but hold on a sec. This chart is the long continuation. Hold on, .USD. Let's look at it like this. Here we go. Look at Polkadot, guys. Look at this. Okay, Polkadot. You guys know how I get my ranges. Okay, what are you seeing here for Polkadot? You guys tell me what you're seeing here for Polkadot. Hold on, let me just get this right, like this. Hold on, right there. Okay, now we can talk about Doge, which is up 130%, or we can talk about Polkadot breaking back into a monthly range. Look at this range. Look on the weekly. Why has NJ chosen this range? Fucking idiot, I left the clue there. But look, why have I chosen this range? Okay, now we can talk about Doge, which is somewhere up here on the Polkadot chart, or we could talk about Polkadot, saying, yo, are we breaking out of a little downtrend on Polkadot, and are we going to $10 on Polkadot? Those are good. Sushi, Polkadot, PYR even. It's still early a little bit, Polkadot does look dead, Claudio. It does. Polkadot does look dead, but are you saying that Doge looks alive? I don't know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Look, forget about coins that have pumped. Forget about coins that have pumped. Let's look at Polkadot. Polkadot and sushi are good. I hold some sushi. I don't hold any Polkadot yet, but maybe I might hold some Polkadot. I might buy some Polkadot because I'll explain why. Look at this. This is a big level. 649 is a big level. We go to the 4 hour. Oh, it's already retested. It's already retested all these areas here. If we get down to 650 again, that might be along with a little stop loss there. Bullish, bro. Bullish. Bullish. You know? Like that. And I can see some people saying in the chat, you might be in a short position on Doge. But if you're in a short position on Doge, then as long as you've got your levels, you're sorted, bro. Trader SE has charted Doge in such a sick way. Go look at what Trader SE said. I'll be really honest with you. If Doge goes back to 12 cents, then I'll be looking. I'll be interested in Doge. But right now, 15, 16, 17, 18, those are TP areas. They're not buy areas. But if we get back to 12 cents, I'll be interested. So maybe if we come live tomorrow during FOMC, I'm not going to be charting altcoins. So one of you guys in the chat, let me know. Yo, Doge is back at 12 cents. Are you interested? So we'll see. But Polkadot is looking banging. I tell you that much. Polkadot is looking banging. And the targets are so clear as well. Look how clean these range levels are. $8.44 from $6.50 to $8.44. That's a sexy move, man. 30% there. And then if we got out and got back in, it would be another 20%, 50% move on Polkadot. Yeah, Federico, I got into Doge around 12 cents as well. I got in around 12. So I didn't tweet it because, SC tweeting it will just look like I'm copying, Everyone's got the info from SC. He's the best at it anyway. Might as well follow suit. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. So that's what I'm looking at for Polkadot. So I've given you Bitcoin, I've given you Polkadot, I've given you Sushi, and I've given you Link. We have to move on now because I need to go soon. Remember, by the way, make sure you're smashing the likes, make sure you're smashing the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe. You are welcome here on the NJ Show. We love having you guys on here. How far are we now from? We are at 4,842. So we are 158 away from that big 5K marker. All right. So if you guys are in the chat, if you're enjoying the show, do help us out. We'd really appreciate it. All right. We love everybody here. So FOMC. We have to talk about FOMC now. We can't avoid it any further. We have to talk about FOMC. What are we expecting for FOMC tomorrow? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a poll up, all right? I'm going to put a poll up because I want to see what you guys think for FOMC tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a poll, all right? Thoughts on FOMC tomorrow. And I want you guys to let me know, are you guys bullish or bearish? I want to see what you guys think. The poll is live. So vote in the poll. I want to see all 80 to 90 of you vote in this poll. Are you bullish on tomorrow's FOMC news or are you bearish? What do you think is going to happen? The market's going to go up or the market's going to go down? Because, whoa, ooh la la, look at what Cloudy is saying here. Hope you're right, bro. I bought DOT in ICO. Luckily sold around the top. Totally disappointing projects of a cheese. We've got a millionaire in the chat right here. Hey, GG, Cloudy. Well done, mate. Well done. Big up to you, my bro. That's amazing. What's this? What's the poll saying? We've got 58% of you so far that are bullish on FOMC tomorrow, and we've got 41% so far that is bearish. Now, what I'm going to do is we got a super chat. Cheese. We got a super chat. Come on. We got a super chat. GG. All right. Let's have a look at the super chat. Let's see what the super chat is saying. Keep voting in the chat. Keep voting in the chat. Keep the votes coming in. Let's see what Sam Camille is saying. Yo, bro. Hope all good. Would really love to hear your thoughts on two projects, Cellframe and Alliance Block, ALBT, even if in the next show. Right. Okay. Sam, this is what I'm going to say. What I will say is that, Cellframe is a layer 1 project. They tried to be the next Kusama. They were unsuccessful in the last project. In the last cycle. I worked with Cellframe for a couple of months. Okay. I tried super hard with Petabyte to really get those guys going. But there was some really, really shady things that were going on in the background between the market makers and what country was it? I think it was Russia or something like that. Money was randomly leaving the liquidity wallets and going into random wallets. And we kept telling them, we kept saying, look, There's no explanation for it. Someone needs to explain it to us, otherwise we're leaving. And they couldn't explain it to us. And with Cellframe, I think that they've had their chance. Okay, now Alliance Block, I'll need to do some digging in terms of Alliance Block, but I do know that that was very bullish during the last cycle. But the final thing I will say in terms of where we sit in the current cycle and where we're going into the next one, I want to say that there will be a lot of new shiny objects, a lot of new shiny toys that are going to do the 100x's. Not many dinosaur coins, which Cellframe and ALBT will become, will really, really stand out. So what I would say is I'm not telling you to sell. I'm not telling you to let go. What I'm saying is, without giving you financial advice, I'm saying cut your losses. All right? Without giving you financial advice, cut your losses. Take it easy. Cut your losses. I from what I understand, from what I know, I don't think that these coins will revive. I don't think that they will. All right. But that doesn't mean it's over. That doesn't mean it's over for a lot of us. For a lot of us, we're waiting for those new shiny toys, just the same way Polkadot was a shiny toy. The same way, AVAX was a shiny toy. Doge is one of the only coins that from the history they continue to live. But because they've got massive backing, CZ from Binance, you've got Elon Musk supporting it. But yeah, all right. We must move on. So let's end this poll. And let's see what you guys are saying. So we had 40 votes. Only half of you voted. That's fine. 57% bullish, 42% bearish. So let's have a look and see what we've got coming up. So the Fed are expected to again raise rates by 75 basis points, then lay the ground for a step down. Okay? 75 BPS. That is not bullish, I'm afraid. That is very bearish. After all the rate hikes that we've had over the last couple of months, over the last 12 months actually, the amount of rate hikes that we've had, to now get another 75 basis point rate hike, it's not good. It's really not good for the market. Okay? Now, if we get 50, a lot of people aren't expecting 50. So if we get 50, I'd expect a rally in the market. If we get 75, I do think that the market will stay sort of stagnant for a little bit. If we get anything over 75, if we get 100, we're dumping hard. We're dumping hard if we get 100. Okay? Because this affects people in the real world. This is not just candles going up and down and 10x and 20x leverage. This is real. Okay? Now, let's have a quick look at this to try and understand why the Fed might raise these hikes by 75 basis points. But isn't 75 basis points already factored in? Is it though? Is it? The market's been pumping. So has it been factored in already? The FOMC meeting is tomorrow. So that's when they'll give us the news. And as the DJRS says here, the Powell comments will be the decider, because not only are we going to get the basis points, but we're also going to get comments from Jerome Powell, which will try and give us insight into where the market is going to continue to go. Bear in mind that closer to the last CPI, we did an episode where the headline was, the UN are sending warning shots to Jerome Powell saying, hey, look, your decisions are affecting the global market. All right? And naturally, we've got FOMC now, and Jerome Powell don't care. Look, the Fed have to do what the Fed have to do. Okay? That's the gist of it. The Fed have to do what the Fed have to do to try and get this economy back up. Now, we're waiting for the next bull market. We really are. And in order for that to happen, we need to see certain things. Now, if we're talking about a leg lower on Bitcoin, then this kind of news doesn't really faze us. We are expecting it. We know it. We're positioned for it. All right? If we're expecting a bull market from now, then this would pretty much take us from surprise. But luckily, for those of you who have been tuning into these streams since the beginning of the channel, you guys would know that we've been playing the downtrend as it's gone on. We try and long when we can, but the bull market gives us what the bull market gives us. The bear market gives us what the bear market gives us. We've tried to play those trends as best as we can. All right? I still think we've got potentially one leg left lower for Bitcoin, and I'm excited telling you guys that. Big man ting. all the brothers and sisters in the chat right now, we're gonna smash this next bull market, And the more we see stuff like this, the closer we get. The closer we get. I'm happy. I'm happy. Maybe we can get a little capitulation spike. Maybe something mad could happen, like aliens or something like that, but it was fake. We get a little capitulation spike, like it was for COVID. Little base, find a little base, and then we can start position ourselves. I could be telling you guys, yeah, I'm buying Bitcoin, and it won't move for like 3 months. I could be telling you guys that it won't even budge for 3 months. I'm like, yeah, I bought Bitcoin. And then when it starts going, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the growth of the NJ community, the NJ show, the NJ channel as we go into the bull market. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Right, let's get on with this. Okay, let's get on with this. So, obviously, as we've said, the Fed are expected to raise its benchmark interest rate by 0.75 of a percentage point in the 4th meeting in a row on Wednesday after 2 days of Federal Open Market Committee meetings. Okay? So we know that. We do not expect Jerome Powell to use the post-FOMC press conference to lay the ground for a step down in the pace of rates hikes, says Michael Pierce, senior UK economist. Now, this is not good. This is not good because what we would be really looking for is for Jerome Powell to say, all right, we've got 75 basis point rate hikes. Sorry, everyone. Join me in the press conference that we're going to do now so I can explain to you guys, number one, why we increased it by 75 BPS. Number two, what we expect to do for the next FOMC meeting. Are we expecting another rate hike or are we expecting things to finally start cooling down? But according to Michael Pierce, the senior US economist, he's saying that once we get the rate hikes, we're not going to get many comments from Jerome Powell. Okay, so he'll still talk. We'll see what he says. But for those of you who voted bearish, I think you guys are right. Okay, yes, we might get a little pump up for Bitcoin. We might get that pump. But overall, we are still, in fact, in a major downtrend. Okay, go back to XBT. No, it wasn't that. It was BTC USD. That's the one that we were using. No, that wasn't even the one that we were using. I'm losing my charts. But anyway, we are expecting some downside. This is a nice chart for Bitcoin, though. I like this. I like the range that we've got here. You've got a little ascending sort of press into resistance right here. Typically what you tend to see with these patterns, you see something like this. Like that. I love these patterns. Have we got an example? Like this? Look. Like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. You see the circle that I've marked out there? We're doing something a little bit similar here. Okay? So yeah. So anyway. So that's what we're expecting for tomorrow. Now, alongside that, to add confluence to it, gold price is slightly down as, USD, Dixie, the bonds yield up, FOMC. So what we're seeing here is there is a lot of the world right now waiting for FOMC. All eyes are on FOMC. This is not like typical crypto where, you've got just a selected community that are really involved into crypto. Yes, that will be us in the next cycle. If the cycle starts, let's say, for example, the cycle starts at the beginning of 2024. In October, November of 2023, us lot will be that small community that have all eyes on Bitcoin. Nobody's really going to be paying attention. But in terms of FOMC, tomorrow, all eyes are on FOMC and all parts of the market are looking at this. So that's another reason that we can expect severe volatility for the course of tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be fun. All right, let's have a quick look at this. Guys, we're at 51 likes. Can we get that higher, please, if you don't mind? If you haven't liked the stream, please make sure that you're doing that. We have to get to 100. 100 is the goal, the objective. So if you're part of the NJ community, then it's your job too. All right, it's your job too. A lot of work does go into making these streams happen for you guys. We need to get the subscriber count going up. We need to get those likes up. Do your part as the NJ community. Make sure you guys are checking the links in the description below as well, especially the Telegram link. The Telegram link is the first link in the description. You want to be tuning into that. It's free. Okay? And it's for you guys as much as it is for me. I take as much pleasure in pushing this stuff out for you as I know you guys do enjoying it. So it shows me as well, that you guys are enjoying the content. So gold and silver prices are slightly lower today. Okay? a higher Dixie and rising US Treasury yields to start trading the week and putting mild pressure on the precious metals market. Now, obviously, as you know, gold is a risk on asset. Okay, gold is risk on. So it might not be specific that, gold is just going down, but more so that the market is signaling a risk off environment. All right. Now, if the market is signaling a risk off environment, then this move here, we're probably going to break down. If the market is saying, yeah, gold is going lower, we're going to get the rate hike, we're not going to give much information from that, it's going to look like the Fed have left us with nothing to fend ourselves, and therefore we're probably going to get something like that. Okay, it would really take people by surprise too, because everybody's so bullish. Whereas on the NJ show, we're trying to keep a cool head. We're trying to keep calm, collected. We're talking about the potential of another double top. Okay, we want to keep a clear head. We don't want to let this market um, catch us by surprise. All right. Now, when it comes to gold, as I said, being a risk on asset, naturally, what this article is saying here is it's saying, yeah, we're kind of in a risk off environment. So, all eyes on FOMC. So, trading action in gold and silver may be more subdued until midweek as traders are looking ahead to the Fed's FOMC meeting that begins Tuesday morning and ends Wednesday afternoon with a statement and a press conference from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. This is going to be big. I'm telling you, I'm going to be live tomorrow. I don't know how long the stream is going to be, but it is going to be a fun stream. We'll try and watch the conference. We'll watch the price action. We'll do the polls. It'll be a very interactive show. I hope to see all of you guys there. All right. Be great to see you guys there. So global stock markets were flat to mixed overnight as the Dixie headed for lower openings when the New York day session began. Stock traders are exiting the historically rocky months of September and October with near-term price uptrends in place on the daily charts, including technically bullish weekly higher closes on last Friday. Now, yes, the weekly does look very expansive. When you look at something like Bitcoin, it does look like we are starting to expand. I'll agree. Hold on. It does look like we're starting to expand, and it does really feel like we're going to get a fat pop right into sort of 28K. It does feel like that from the weekly. At the same time, it does look like a hook formation. And what I mean by that is oh, fuck. What I mean by that is, a push up like this only to just go down like that. A hook formation. Where have we seen hook formations before? We've got a hook right here. We've got a hook right here to the downside. Okay? A hook and push up. A hook and then push down. Okay? No, not an Adam and Eve formation. Adam and Eve is like this. Adam, Eve, and then you've got that's the Adam and Eve formation. So in order for Adam and Eve to really play out here, what we need to see is something like this. And this is very unlikely, okay? This is extremely unlikely. We need to see, oh, that's horrible. We need to see something like this to get Adam and Eve. Like this. We need to probably break market structure like this. And then anything in this area here would be the pullback for the continuation up. But I think it's extremely unlikely. By the time people see the Adam and Eve, it will be done. So again, it's the hook. So I think it hooks and then it goes down. Okay? It hooks, breaks market structure to the upside, taps right into resistance. Everybody's getting excited. Maybe they're expecting to see something like this. Okay? With a deviation there. There's your deviation. That's what a lot of people would be expecting, but I strongly disagree. I really think the hook formation is what's going to happen. So boom, boom. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. So that's gold. And then again, FOMC preview. What does Morgan Stanley have to say on the matter? Okay. So what does Morgan Stanley say here? Morgan Stanley Research discusses its expectations for this week's FOMC policy meetings. Now, listen to this attentively, all right? We expect the FOMC to deliver a fourth 75 BPS rate hike at its November meeting and indicate that it could soon be appropriate to step down the pace of hikes. Bullish. Not the fact that it's 75 BPS increase tomorrow, but bullish in the longer term. All right, we're combating inflation. We continue to expect the Fed to step down to 50 BP in December and 25 in January, reaching a peak rate of 4.625%. The market is expecting either a 50 BP or 75 BP hike at the December meeting, and so there's not much that the chair has to do to maintain that flexibility. The incoming data between the November and December meetings can then guide the Fed on the appropriate size, while Chair Powell talks up the restrictive territory. We expect that he will stress that the committee's view of how high the peak rate may be remains the same, in the range of 4.5 to 5%. So what I want you guys to understand from what Morgan Stanley research is saying here, okay? What's this? Oh, okay, right, it's this. There we go. I saw a little box over my head and I was like, what is that? Anyway, the main thing to take away from this is that the bear market is almost over. They're not talking specifically about the hikes. They're not talking about how high it's going to go. They're saying that 4.6 to 5% is kind of what we were looking for. We were looking to kind of get to that anyway. And now that we are approaching it, it's time to start looking at the next thing now. Okay, so when Bitcoin was at 69K, okay, a lot of people were massively bullish, thinking that it was going to keep going. Meanwhile, people who are macro fundamentalists, like XO, for instance, he was saying, guys, there is a massive sort of catastrophe coming. You know, the market can't sustain this. All right. Bitcoin dumping? No, it's not. No, it's not. Not really. No, it's not. Bitcoin is down. If you're 100x leverage right now, then yeah, Bitcoin is dumping badly. But if you're trading ranges, then is it dumping? You know? Yeah. Cool. So when it comes to this, you know, we are approaching the end of the bear market. This is a fantastic time to be studying, to be learning, to be really exposing yourself, not financially, but research wise, to crypto. Okay. Because what this means to me is that the bottom should be in within the next 2 months or 3 months max. That's what I'm seeing. The market is telling me that's what I should be seeing. The bottom should be in within the next 2 to 3 months. We will have an accumulation period. We will. But the bottom is not that far away. And it's an exciting time to be in cryptocurrency. It's an exciting time to be paying attention to this market, to be focused, to really, really be putting your foot down in a time when it's so difficult to be making money. All right. And finally, to wrap up the stream, what's Jim Cramer saying? Again, Jim Cramer is saying the bear market is coming to an end. Read in between the lines. There could be real signs for the Fed to slow down. There could be real signs that the bear market is coming to an end. Okay? That doesn't mean that the bull market's going to start. We need an accumulation period before the bull market, but we're getting there. Who's excited? Somebody in the chat, let me know who's excited, because, you know, there's like 70 people here and nobody's talking right now. Somebody needs to tell me that they're excited, because I can't be the only one getting gassed. Come on, man. Who wants to buy new cars, and who wants to free their families, and who wants more time, and who's going to be eating lobster, and who's going to be buying Givenchy or Gucci or whatever? Who's going to be buying all that stuff? I want to hear it. You know, I want to hear it. You know, who's stacking? Who's going in? I see Trader Kid in the chat saying he's stacking. He's going in. I see the comments coming in now as well. Come on, guys. Come on. Who is bullish on this next cycle? You know, Frederico's buying his fifth house. He's already been in the bull market 5-6 times now. Frederico's about that life. You know, the bull market is coming. I don't even need to read this. Just look at the title. there could be real signs for the Fed to slow down. And what that means is that we are finally preparing. We're finally looking towards the late stages of the bull market. When we get that next drop, I'll tell you one more thing, yeah? I'll tell you one more thing. When we get that next drop in Bitcoin, do you know how bearish people are going to get? People are going to get so bearish that they're going to make you think that Bitcoin's going to 0, 1K, 2K. They're going to be talking about fair evaluations of Bitcoin, Bitcoin's equal measured price, Bitcoin's what is Bitcoin's actual use case and how much is it actually worth when we're comparing gold to Bitcoin, dickhead. Bro, sis, I'm telling you, this next low that's coming in, we are almost there. We are almost there. And NJ is so excited. NJ is excited today. We are almost there. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Do you know what? I'm telling you, in the bull market, the way that these episodes are going to start. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. We're going to be discussing this altcoin today. We do a bit of Bitcoin, a bit of Ethereum, we do a bit of CoinGecko, see the market, and then boom, let's talk about the next altcoin that we think is going to be going mental. You know, I'll leave that with you anyway, guys. I need to shoot now. Thank you, everybody who showed love in the stream. Thanks to everybody who's liking the video, subscribing to the content. Telegram link in the description below. I do appreciate all of you guys. I know I'm not coming live every day as of recent, but I'm telling you, it's a bit difficult. As we get to the later stages of the bear market, everything is going to be heavily focused on traditional markets. And as we get closer to the next bull market, there's going to be this dry accumulation period. Okay, we have to cross that bridge. And as we cross that bridge, yeah, there's going to be less content, but I will stick with you guys. I promise you. I promise you. I will stick with you guys. NJ keeps his promises. So when the next cycle comes, you will see for yourself. I'll be doing giveaways all the time as well because we're all going to have money. You know what I'm saying? So please make sure you are supporting the channel. Like, subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Takes a second to do. Help us get to 5K. Telegram link in the description below. See you guys tomorrow for the FOMC live watch along. That should be a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys then. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day. Catch you guys tomorrow. Cheers.